Okay.
Good morning, Miss Fumi. Miss Fumi, can you hear me? Good morning.
Good morning, ma. Hello, ma. Good morning. Hello.
Okay, so
You made it quiet now, so maybe she can hear is snoring too. Ah.
what is my screen sharing?
Have you seen that PC before?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to share my screen. I don't know. Is it showing on your side? As you said, I thought that I attempted to share my screen.
Yes.
It keeps closing. Okay, it's closed back at me. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on. Let me try it once again. If it doesn't work, I'm going to log out and log in again to see where the problem is. Wow. Okay. Give me a sec to come in. Okay. Can you see my screen now, please?
Yes.
Okay. So this is P.S.A.F's last class. Let me send the picture of the calculation we're going to be working with to you. Oh, well. Okay, so can you see the question? Otumba local government wishes to boost its revenue generation and 6 possible capital investments have been identified. However, the local government only has access to a total of 6.2 million naira. The project may not be postponed until a future period, and it is unlikely that similar investment opportunities will occur. Just looking at it, under what category, under what topic do you think this question is? Hello, Mr. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, I'm checking it out.
You are checking it. Okay. Okay, since we don't really have much time to work with, this is under capital appraisal, under investment appraisal. As you can see, we have different projects. We have projects A to F, and we've been asked to what the first requirement. It says calculate the expected NPV for each project. You know, anytime we have to calculate NPV, we are trying to see what the net present value of each of these projects will be for after a particular period of time, and we are to rank the project according to its acceptance. That is, if we are to choose them, how are we going to choose them accordingly? We're also given further things to work with. Instead, projects A and E are mutually exclusive, while all projects are believed to be of similar risk to the local government's existing capital investments. Any surplus funds may be invested in the money market to earn a return of 9% per year. The money market may be assumed to be an efficient market. The local government cost of capital is 12% per year. So we've been given the table showing the capital outlay for each investment and what is it called? What the expected returns are for the 5-year duration for each of these investments. So let's get into it. Solution. Okay. Projects. Let's see. Project A. Years. Cash flow. Slash cash flow. Yeah, cash flow. Discounting factor. 12%. We have even
Jesus.
efficient by efficient market. Since we are dealing with a number of years, let me see the way that will make it okay. B, C, D, E, and F. B, C, D, E, and F. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, Miss Fumi. Do you understand what I'm doing so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm just preparing the table. Down. Wait, this is, let me see. This is MMTV. No, okay. So it's separated.
Okay.
So we have the years 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Discounting factor. Okay, we know that the local government's cost of capital is 3%. So we know that's the discounting factor. So give me the discounting factor for year 0. Before before you calculate it, what is the formula to get our discounting rate?
Okay. We have 1 minus r raised to power n minus 1.
Sorry, you said 1 minus r.
R
Mm-hmm. Raised to
raised to
power what?
power n. N.
Okay. Wait. Is this which material is this? I don't think we did alone under P.S.A.F class. Marginal absorption. Under P.S.A.F, no. Sorry. Seems I'm using the wrong. Oh, I've been using the wrong material for a while. This is not P.S.A.F material. Sorry. Accounting rate of return. Okay, yeah, it's under P.S.A.F. Did you not do high and low under P.S.A.F?
No, it's PM.
We didn't do under P.S.A.F. What the heck is going on? Payback period. High and low. How? Sorry. But it looks like this is the only material I've been using for P.S.A.F. Did something mix up there?
Yeah.
We have what?
I said we have for P.S.A.F separately. We have done some
Yeah.
calculations on P.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering why there's no MPV here. Instead, I'm seeing high and low. So it threw me off a little. I'm seeing regression analysis. I'm seeing marginal absorption, which I variance analysis under P.S.A.F now. Seems the material has gotten mixed up, but I can see some P.S.A.F related topics here too. Allah. Okay. When I don't know, I'll send this one across anyways. Let me. Hope you can see my screen. That's a good thing. I will continue using this material and I'll send it to you. I think this is the one we're using for what's it called? Mhm. 1 plus r raised to power minus n. That's the formula for this to discount. Not what was the formula you said again? You said 1 minus r raised to power n. That was you said, right? Discounting factor formula is actually 1 plus r raised to power minus n. And that is how we have this into brackets 1 plus 0.12, that is our 12%, close bracket, raised to power minus 0, and 1 will be our answer. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You should have been raised to power minus 1. So this is hope this one is clear. How we got all this one. It's the same formula all through. I just dragged it down. This is 1 point. No, this is not 1 point something. No wonder. Raised to power minus. What's I doing here? Okay, minus 1, not 1. Okay, it should be 0 point something. Aha. It should be 0 point something. I'm down something. There was something wrong there. Sorry, this is
0.8.
this decrease. Good. So let's work now. What are the cash flows for project A? In year 0, what do we have? Minus 2460. This one. Minus 240. Yeah. Just write it straight up so it will not come back. 700, 700, 700, 700, 700. This one is cash flow. This one is 715, 870, 640. That's all. 00. Wait. Hi. Okay. I should. This one is 76 minus 18. 750, 870, 640, 00. Makes sense. Next one minus 1750, 480, 480, 630, 730, and 0. Project B, we have minus 18, 620, 620, oh, 620 or 3 to 40, I guess. Then this one has 0. For project E, what do we have? Minus 18, 400, 500, 600, 700, 400. For project F, we have minus 15, 350, 820, 820, and we have 0 and 0. Okay. Hope you understood that we got all the figures here. I just brought in the question. That's all I did. That's all I've done so far.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get the MPV. Equals this multiplied by this. MPV, the present value is the cash flow multiplied by the discounting factor. Hope you know that one. And the reason why I just did discounting factor multiplied by the cash flow, and that's how I got my MPV here. This is what age. Okay. Something is wrong somewhere. Oh, the formula will be wrong. This is discounting factor. Let me lock it down. Multiplied by cash flow. So we need to use what's equals to is VO control B. Yep. Control C, control V. Good. Control V, control V, and we have control V. Please, is anything confusing to this point? Miss Fumi,
No, ma'am, no.
can you explain how I got the PV for project E?
From year 1 to 5, you added it, then you minus the year 0 from it. That's how we get the MPV.
Okay, but how did I get the values there?
You multiplied it.
Give me figures. Multiplied what by what?
0.8929 multiplied by the cash flow of 400.
Yep. Thank you. Let me. So it's going to look separate. Okay. So that means you are aware of how we arrived at this stage, how we got to this point. Okay, that's good. So now let's do the ranking. Before we go ahead, let me read something here. Projects A and E are mutually exclusive. While all projects are believed to be of similar risk, okay, any surplus funds, blah 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 blah, mutually exclusive. Do you know what it means when a project is mutual? When a project is said to be mutually exclusive? Okay, so let me note it here. I think we have various types of product. I thought it was going to be a topic for it, but I don't think it's. I think that one is in SFM. Oh, mutually exclusive projects means only one can be selected. It is like saying that okay, both of these projects are performing the same function. It's just that we either go with this supplier or we go with this supplier, or we either go with this brand of machine or we go with this, but they are the same thing. Do you understand? The two projects are the same thing. We're just trying to see which one is the best amongst the two. So it will make sense for us to buy two of the same machine. So we can only use one. Do you understand what I mean? So when they say when it is said that the two projects are mutually exclusive, it means we can only choose one. So the way it says here that project A and E are mutually exclusive, it means we can only choose one of A and E if both of them happen to fall into the ranking for us. Do you understand what I mean? So I think let me see, remember other ones that can come. It can come across divisible projects. I think there are some that are indivisible. Divisible, just like the name says, it can be divided into stages or something. You are allowed to take you're allowed to only, should I say, take part in this stage of the investments and ignore the rest. For the indivisible, you must take everything that comes with it. You can't divide it. I think what other types of projects can come? I think these are the major ones that comes the most, especially this mutually exclusive. Were we giving other information about the other projects, or this is the only one that has? Okay, it says assuming the project are divisible. Okay, and the next one. Okay, so we're going to work with divisible and not divisible here too. So for now, just know that mutually exclusive means project only one project can be selected. Okay, so now let us rank. This one is the first one according to our PV now. Which one do you think is the best? Okay, we have first. Which second? Which one is second?
D.
What do you say?
D.
D. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Which one is the third?
C.
C. Or which one is? What did you say? You said C, right?
Yeah.
Or what did you say? Okay. Oh, there's a mistake somewhere. Sorry. Let me check something. Ah, there's a mistake somewhere. Sorry. Before we rank, there's a mistake in the formula somewhere. I didn't even notice this. This is giving me 620 back. It's not possible. Since they didn't discount it. This is one. Okay, I think I logged the wrong thing. Yeah, I logged the wrong. Oh, that's the problem. Everything has been locked to one. Okay. As soon as the formula is, this is now lock it. Lock it. This is lock. Let me lock it. So Then this is it. Yeah. Multiply, what's going on? Equals this one, log it, multiplied by 640. Then we have it, so this one equals this one equals multiplied by 6. This is 0, 0 equals this one multiplied by this one. Let's put me in the face. Okay, I think everything has been locked now, so this one will not shift anymore. Okay. See, Control V. Aha. V. Then we have V. V. Okay. That makes more sense now. Okay, so let's do the ranking again.
Okay.
If you call me one more time, I'm going to pummel your face. Okay, let's.
Okay. We have D as first.
What did you say the first one is?
D.
D. Okay. Still the same in the first, I guess. Which one is the second one now?
A. Project A.
Yeah, same it. The third one was
Project E.
E. That's third. Then we have the fourth one. I think
Project F.
this is it. Fourth, yeah. And we have the fifth one. I think this is the fifth. Then we have the sixth. What be the reason why project C is the sixth? Don't look at the number, it is a negative. So don't look at the numbers alone and be like, maybe it is 26, 26 is higher than 18. It is not like that. One is minus 26 and one is 18. Okay.
All right.
Oh, this ranking, it is that one. The ranking is clear. There's no confusion about the ranking.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, what was the first requirement? First requirement asked us to calculate the NPV we've done that and rank. That is our A. We've gotten our first mark like that. That one is stable. Sorry. That one is stable. So let's go to B. The next one says, assuming the project are divisible, calculate the profitability index for each project and rank the project to determine how the money would be best invested. Oh, before we even go ahead, sorry, calculate the NPV for project and rank the projects. Okay, I think this first we should decide the projects to even invest in, since they've given us a clause that they are mutually exclusive. So before we answer project B under the category, the clause saying assuming projects are divisible, let's first work with assuming projects A and E are mutually exclusive. So how much is our total amount? We have they have access to 6.2 million naira in total, right? 6.2 million naira in total. We have 6.2 million naira in total. So let's see. Total capital is 6.2 million naira. So let me get to that. Let me get this. So if we are to choose, we'll be choosing the four, like according to our ranking, right? So let's go ahead. Let's choose the projects. Let me write it like this. Projects to be invested in. The first one, project D, right? Then we have what is the amount, what's the cash flow we need for it? If I remember clearly, these ones they are in thousands, Abby. Okay, no wonder. But the 6.2 million naira is Let me just do it like this to make it make sense. Remember like this. So you need it's 1,000 like that. Okay. Project D. We still have money left, right? Remember, the total amount of money we want to invest, the amount we have in total is 6.2 million. The amount we have in total is 6.2 million. We're now trying to see the amount, what is it called? The project we should invest in accordingly. So remember, we won't be able to invest more than 6.2 million, but we also have the rule to work with that. Project A and E are mutually exclusive. So we cannot choose the two if the two falls into a category of us investing, possibility of us investing in them. Okay. So now we've chosen project D first because that is the first one. The next, which project are we choosing next? The second one, that's project A. Because that's true. Please, do you understand what we're doing so far? How much do we have left? So we only have 1.94 million left. I'm trying to ensure that we don't invest more than 6.2 million. We've invested 1.8 million naira in project D now because that is the money we need for project D. That's our initial outlay. For our project A, we've also invested 2.4 million naira. So now we have 1.94 million naira left for us to invest. What's our third project? Third project is project E. Oh, what is the projects that are mutually exclusive? Aha, projects A and E. Good, good. Do you see what I'm trying to say now? Miss Fumi, are you still with me?
Yes, ma'am.
You say that it's noted that A and E are mutually exclusive. So even though project E should be the next one, we won't be choosing project E. Hope you understand the reason why. We were told A and E are mutually exclusive. So since we've chosen A before, we can't choose E again. So we have to go to the next project. What's the next project? That's the fourth, project F. Is that clear? Remember, the only reason why we are skipping E is because we've been told that they are mutually exclusive. Otherwise, we go ahead. So project F was that how much are we investing? 1.5 million. Have we spent all our money finished? We have 440 naira left. If we have to invest in the next project, how much would that be? Which project is next? Fourth, that's fifth. We have to invest 1.8 million. Do we have enough money for it?
Mm-mm.
Hello, Miss Tony. Do we have enough money
Yes, ma'am.
for it?
Our is okay. Our balance. What's our balance?
440 naira, 440,000, I guess. And the next project we have on our ends, we have to invest 1.8 million naira. And we're not told that the project are divisible or something like that. So it means we can only invest in the whole project. We can't say we want to invest small amounts and just invest in part of it, right? So it means we won't be able to invest in any other project anymore. Do you understand? Okay. So now remember, project C is not even up for grabs. Do you know the reason why? It is in negative. So there's no even, we can't even say let's no. If it is negative, it is going to bring loss for us. There's no point in looking at it at all. So let's do it. So that means this is the what's it called? What should we call it? Excess or surplus or what did they give it a 10-year? Any surplus funds. Let's call it surplus funds. So these are the funds. This is the funds, the amount of money left for us that we are unable to invest, right? But we've also now been told in the question that any surplus funds may be invested in a money market to earn a return of 9% for the year, right? So this 140, sorry. This is project F. What did I link it to? What's project F? 115. Yeah, that's correct. think they made a mistake themselves. Sorry, bro. They made a mistake in the. Okay. So I'm going to give you this question. What's it called? But they made a mistake when they were doing their calculation. So be careful when you're working on it. Okay. They chose if you look at the answer at the back, they chose 1.8 as their cash flow, even though they chose project F. So there's a mistake there somewhere. But anyways, let's carry on. So what I'm going to be writing there now is these are the projects, this is the capital, this is the cash flow, or should I say capital outlay to be invested, and these are the MPVs of the projects. We have project escape. We have project what? Project D, project A, project F. So we just write it there that project D, A, and F are to be selected. The surplus funds of 440,000 naira is to be invested in the money market at a rate of 9%. It's to be what's it called? Money market to earn a return. So, anyway, invested in the money market to earn a return of that was good enough of 9%. Can I say that project E was not selected despite its ranking because it is said to be mutually exclusive to project A. So I just noted there for you so you'll be able to remember what our decision was at the end of the day. Remember, you must always make a decision in capital appraisal. The reason why we're doing capital appraisal is to know the project to choose. So if you just solve and you don't give your what's it called? Don't give your opinion at the end of the day, you completed the question halfway. Okay. So do you understand how we solved all this, please? Do you have any questions about this so far?
No.
Okay. Let's go to the next one. That's B. So we're told, assuming the projects are divisible, calculate the PI for each project and rank the project to determine how the money will be best invested. Calculate PI for each project. So what's the formula for PI? Do you remember the formula for PI, please? So we have two formulas, but you know what? I won't be talking about the two formulas here again because of time. But we can either use MPV over what's it called? Over capital outlay, or PV over capital outlay. We can whichever one. If you are going with MPV over capital outlay, there's the division rule, and if you are going for the PV over capital outlay, there's the division rule. So let's just use MPV over capital outlay here. Let me copy this. Does it make sense? Yep. Let me copy this. Are you talking to me?
No.
Okay. Okay. Cash flow. This. This is NPV. NPV of capital A, cash flow. I'm just bringing in the cash flows and the NPVs. Cash flow. Capital D, NPVD. Project E, and yeah, NPVE, project F. And we have NPVF. Okay, so now that we have this, what's the formula for profitability index? That's equals NPV divided by capital outlay. Let me bring it down here. So let's go for the PI. Okay. Jonathan. So our PI is what? For this one, MPV divided by. Is it clear I got this one, please? 0.02, blah, blah, whatever. Is it clear I got it? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. You use the formula. That's
Yeah,
cash divided by the value of what?
God bless. I see. Got this now. Should be good enough. Think that's not place should be good enough. Okay. And that is how we got our PI. When we told something, it says, assuming the projects are divisible, calculate the PI for each project and rank them. Okay, assuming they are divisible. Now we are ignoring the fact that what was it called? Sorry. Okay. They didn't tell us to. This one is already with the question already. So now we're just going to assume an extra thing there. We're going to add another assumption to it. Where what is there before is that A and E are mutually exclusive. Now they're telling us now that even though A and E are mutually exclusive, every project now are considered to be divisible in nature. So now let's rank according to the PI first before we know before we now start looking at which project to select. So according to PI, which one is the first one we'll be choosing? Thank you, my God, I'm so confused and there.
Okay.
Belongs to
Mm.
which one?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so which one is the first one we are choosing? Which one are we choosing first?
Project D.
What do you say?
Project D.
Okay, so this is the first. Which one is the second?
Project F.
Okay, yeah, true. Second. Then we have the third, that is this one, right? We have the fourth, which one is the fourth? 257.
Okay.
We have the fifth, and we have the sixth. All these ones are clear enough, right? Now, let's choose the projects to be. Let me just copy this one here. Projects to be selected. No, not this one.
It should be close to you.
What do you say?
No? Mm.
I thought you had the question. So the projects we invested in the capital outlay
Mm.
and the MPP. Since let me continue it like this so it's not look scattered. Okay, so which one are we choosing first? We have project D. How much are we investing in project D? We have 1.8. Okay, before I proceed, let me copy this one here. Perfect. What's the
It's
next
still
project?
it's,
Oh,
6.2.
yeah. I mean, they didn't tell us anything about changing the what's it called now? The investment now. This 6.2 is the money the local government asks for investments. So what we are just doing is which projects are we to select? They are not giving us scenarios that okay, what if these projects are these ones? What if projects are divisible? What should we do? The amount they have is not changing. They will never have more than that unless we are told otherwise. But for now, they didn't tell us that they have extra money to invest. It's still the 6.2 they have to invest. Do you understand? This one. This one.
Ah, good.
Wait for me. Is your network terrible?
Ah,
What is your problem? Hello, Miss Funny, can you hear me, please?
nothing. Like I'm out.
Hello, Miss Fumi. Miss Fumi, can you hear me, please?
Obviously not.
Let me. Can you hear me now, ma? Hello, Miss Umi. Hello. Okay. Hello, Miss Umi. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think I can't remember where we stopped. Where the question began. Okay, so we chose project D as the first project we're going to be investing in. The next project to be invested in is project D first. Okay, that's the first. Project F. It's the second. Project F. Which one is the next? What's the next project, Miss Femi? Miss Femi,
No, project.
what's the next project?
Okay. And project E.
Hmm? We chose project D already now.
I said E.
Okay. E. Okay, correct. E. So after this one, which one do you think is the next? Let me see. How much wine do we have left?
Okay.
Okay. So let me bring this one to the last. How much do we have left? So 5-1. Okay, we have 1-1 left. 5-1. Okay, yeah, we have 1-1 left to invest. Okay, so what's the next project? What project did you say?
A.
Think
But
about it.
A,
Okay, but what?
the money left is not enough.
What do you say?
We have one left, and the cash flow here is two.
Is that the
So we
reason
are
why we're not
leaving
choosing
it like
projects?
that. Eh?
Have you forgotten projects A and project E are mutually exclusive? Which means because we selected project E, we can't even select project A.
Because
Remember,
we are done with
project
that.
no, that one is part of the question. If it is that it came with the requirement A, assume project A and E are mutually exclusive, then in project B we dump that assumption. But because it is part of the question, whatever assumption they are giving to us now, it is adding to this. It is not removing from this, unless we're told otherwise. So in this question, they told us to assume the project are divisible. They did not tell us to ignore that project A and E are mutually exclusive. Do you understand? So we are still working on that assumption, okay? So because projects A and E are mutually exclusive now, we won't be able to invest in them. So let's see, how much do we have here? Is it hard?
5
I feel
1.
like this is easy. This is one of the
No.
easiest you can easiest topic you can get in. What's it called?
Exactly.
Both in PM and what's it called? Safe P.S.A.F. B. Let me do it. Skip. This is okay. So this is the total. How much do we have left? Let me write it here. Let me bring this one back here. Okay.
Mhm.
So we have 1,100 left, right? Do you forget they told us assuming the projects are divisible? So now we don't necessarily have to invest the whole capital outlay as our investment. We can use whatever amount we have left with us. Because remember, I said divisible means we can invest in part and leave the rest. We can invest whatever it is we have inside it. Unlike on indivisible projects, where if the capital outlay is 2.4, we must invest 2.4. Divisible projects, if the capital outlay is 2.4 and we have just 1 million with us, we can invest it. Do you understand? So because we have what's it called? Because we have what's it called, an amount of money left, and we've been told that the projects are divisible. So now we won't really be investing it in the capital market anymore, since our projects are divisible in nature. Rather, we will be investing it in the next available project. What is the next available project now?
B.
Project B. So now we have what's the amount we have left? This one. So now let me bring it together. This one is looking scattered here. Hmm. I want you to be that you'll be able to understand when you're revising. Minus some into brackets.
Fuck.
Really? Aha. So this is the amount. So now let's write the NPV out. What is the NPV? Okay, so project D, that is this our NPV. No, NPV. What's our NPV? It's 3.1, whatever. For project F, what's our NPV? 49.86. For project E, what's our NPV? 54.64. Please hope you know what I'm doing. I'm just bringing in the NPV. That's all I'm doing. No, I'm not doing something special here. So now for project B, we won't be taking the whole of the NPV anymore, because remember, we're not investing in everything. So we'll only be investing in it. We'll only be bringing in the NPV portion of what we invested in. Since we invested 1.1 in, so that is 1.1 divided by what's the supposed cash flow for NPV? This one multiplied by our NPV, and we have 11.4. You understand what I did there? Hello, Miss Fumi.
Yeah. Ma.
Do you understand what I did now to get the NPV? Since we invested only a portion of the capital outlay, only the NPV of the amount invested would be considered. This
Okay.
was derived. No, it's I'm not. It is nothing. I'm explaining. I'm writing the explanation. Then when you want to go back to revise it, this was derived by dividing the amount left by the capital outlay multiplied by the MPV. Now into brackets. That's 1,100 divided by 1/8 multiplied by 18.74. I just typed it out. So when you're going back to it, you remember what I did here to get the MPV. Because if you notice, this MPV is 11.45. But what is the MPV here? 18.74. 18.74. You can see the difference there, right? So hence the reason why I showed you or I wrote out the explanation there. So be good to get it. Let me put this one to yeah. Please, is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So
Yes,
what is the next assumption we have? State why the rankings in B differs from A. Okay, you tell me, what do you think? Why do you think the rankings are different?
because it is different because the ranking for B we use profit index technique.
Yeah. I see they did not know before. Abi. You said the ranking for A, they use MPV, the ranking for B, they use PI. Abi.
Maybe I don't
Areomola.
understand.
You can so it is one mark, honestly. If you don't know what to write, I shall write it like that. They will go and look for it themselves. It doesn't matter. But so once you can just even write it, if you want to write like that, you can even write it that okay, in A, sorry, in A, we wait, sorry.
Ah,
I'm the president job for you.
Sorry. So now we can say in A, we used the net present value derived from each project, while in B, we used the profitability ability index by dividing. Do you see we are saying the same thing? But me, I'm just explaining the formula to them back by dividing the MPV by its dividing I said MPV by its just say corresponding, no wait, by dividing each project's MPV by its corresponding capital outlay. Another point is that in A, look, I think one thing, MPV is an absolute measure of capital appraisal. MPV is the absolute measure, while PI is a relative measure because it takes into account the capital outlay in each investment. If you don't remember what you write, just write what you just said now, beg. It's like no hard. Write what you know. Investments. Good. Do you have any questions?
No.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so now we mentioned you're the only one in class now. Good. Yesterday's class, have you been able to work around it? The variable, the variance. I wanted to even note something.
What I did, I did not do. Okay, I did not attempt that
Same question, Abby.
the one in the mock,
Yeah,
but
it
I
doesn't
went
matter.
back to the example you gave in class, like
Okay.
the one you did in class. So I did that one.
Yeah.
So that one I
Okay.
did.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. And do you think you've gotten it better now? Or do you think you understand it at least a little bit better now?
I've already concluded in my head.
You've concluded in your head. Is that what you said?
In my heart that I will not do it.
Don't
I hope
worry,
I
everything
should
will be
put the
fine.
question on it.
What you know won't even come out like what Chris. Okay. So good luck, I guess. So
But you wanted to say something now.
yeah, no, I wanted to just ask about your variance because you mentioned it yesterday. I don't know what to ask about. Oh, and I wanted to point out something. Yesterday, we worked under the assumption that the that the materials purchased is the same as the materials used. Remember, when you are doing direct materials price variance, you make use of the actual materials purchased. But when you are doing material usage variance, we make use of the materials used. Okay, don't forget that part. When you are doing direct materials
Please,
price
ma.
variance, you said something.
I said, please, ma, comment.
Okay. When we are solving for direct material price variance, we make use of the actual materials purchased, irrespective of the materials that got used. But when we are doing direct material usage variance, we make use of the materials actually used. In yesterday's question, they were different, but because of the confusion, because you didn't get you didn't understand the what's called the initial concept, that was why we worked on the assumption that both the material used and material purchased were the same thing. But don't forget, if you look at the question we solved in class, they were different. So you can use the question, not yesterday's question class, the initial variance class, they were different there. So yesterday's class was to show you when they are different. Okay. So I just wanted to just let you keep that one in mind. Okay. So good luck with your preparation and may God be with you in the exam. Don't worry, what you do won't come out. Oh, sorry. What you don't know won't come out. God, I beg. Prayer.
Oh, I did.
Okay, now enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.
Wow.